So this came from a fellow up in Mount Horeb, and his dad supposedly got it on a garbage route, and it was crashed early in its life, and that he believed that was why it was put off to the curb for scrap or for garbage, because they figured maybe somebody might have gotten hurt. It's not beat up too bad, but the headlight's a little bashed up, and his dad picked it up at home, and the kids rode it until it quit running, basically. You know, that's a story with a lot of little dirt bikes, and I'm sure they treated this as a dirt bike even though it wasn't.
Oh yeah, running through the fields with it probably,
and it seems like a lot of kids that grew up in the country, that's what they did.
Yep.
They just rode whatever was.
That's what we did growing up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So then they rode it until it didn't run and stuck it in their shed, and there it sat.
Huh.
So I happened across it, and you know, it does turn over. It doesn't have much for compression. I would guess the rings are stuck, or maybe even a hole in the piston, but you don't know until you get the top end off and take a look at it.
Yep.
The main thing is most of it's here, and it's got a title. You know, how they ever got the title being out on the curb for garbage, I don't know, but that's...
And it doesn't match up, have you looked?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Can't believe the VIN's still visible too.
Yeah. Well,
with all the rust, you know?
Yeah, these covers were on it up until the time I moved it. I actually stuffed it in the back of my car and brought it home. There it is right there. It's just a little pin.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep. But I don't know what the deal is with this. I would almost have to think that's an original
emblem thing?
Emblem name tag, yeah, but it looks kind of funky to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Huh. Maybe they robbed it off a different bike or something. That was on the side of a tank.
But I have to think there aren't many Ducatis that were up in that area at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been the 60s, early 60s, I believe. I want to say 63 this thing is, maybe. I'm sure the thing had sat by farm equipment and everything else that had condensation brought in with it, and yeah, it tends to rust sheet metal, so.
Yep.
That's just what people do. When they got a machine shed, it gets filled with everything.
Yep.
So many of these things back in the day, they'd get rid of and then put away, and maybe the kids grew up, went to college. It'd sit in the corner for 20 years, 30 years, and just be covered in dust, and finally one day move it out of there because they're cleaning up the shed, and you know,
they put it up for sale, and they thought they were going to get to it one day, and then never did. And I bet you've never seen one of these before. This is a 1967 Ducati moped. I know I've never seen one of these before. It's crazy looking, and it has these panels. These panels go on the side of it. But check it out. Really cool. Really, really cool. Looks like Vinny's checking it out too. But look at that engine on there. This one does kick over, but there's very little compression. But check out the exhaust pipe. That little tube coming out. That is funny. Looks like it's missing the coil wire going to the spark plug as well. We'll have to find one of those to temporarily use. Tail lights on there. The design on it's really cool. It's so unique. Look at the leather seat. Looks like somebody used some duct tape on it. But you can see the old emblem Ducati on it. Right there and right there. Didn't make a whole lot of these back in the day, but the ones they did make were pretty popular. They also made a 50cc as well. I believe the 100 were a little bit more rare and a lot faster. So this is crazy. It has 272 original miles on it. which is just insane. You guys kind of heard the backstory from the seller, but yeah, you can see it was sitting for quite a long time. I think he said 30 years or longer. You can see it's pretty rusty. What we might do on this one is strip it down and paint it the original color. It looks just like it's a white, but they can paint match it at the hardware store. And yeah, I mean, I think those are original tires too. Pretty crazy. Got the leather seat still on there. Really cool. So these side panels come off. The side panels aren't too bad. Little rusty on the sides there, but you can see the engine here. This used to, I believe, have a cover right here of some sort. You can see all the Ducati labels on there. It's got the old carb on there. And it does have the rubber still, which is crazy. Two little shocks in the back. Little brake back here, a little drum brake. I think it's pretty cool. And check out this pipe. So that pipe goes from the exhaust down there into that thing, and then a really, really skinny pipe goes all the way back here. Really, really funny. And then this side panel comes off. Take a look. That's pretty neat. Little chain guard on there still. And these are supposed to be 3-speed. And you control it with the twist throttle here. And this is the gear selector right here. You can see the whole thing moves. You can see there's 1, a 2, and a 3. Those are for the gears. So this whole thing shifts, which is super unique. I've never seen that before on something. Then you've got some buttons here. I'm guessing for blinkers, horn, possibly a kill switch there. Brakes are all locked up. Cables are tight. So definitely a rare piece of history right here. But yeah, if we can get spark, compression, I think we can get fuel, and we can probably fire this thing up. So let's start digging into it. See what we find. This one should be a pretty fun project. And then here is the title I got for this thing. So I can't believe it came with the title. Alright, let's start by getting that plug out of there. And we'll try to free up this engine a little bit more. You can see it's pretty crunchy in there. I don't like that. Things are tricky when you get in it. Huh. How are we supposed to get that out? Alright, we finally got this thing to budge, I think. We did. Right. There we go. Get this up. Not an easy spark plug to get to. Alright, let's check out the plug here. Wow, it looks really white. Looks like a new plug. That is weird. I almost wonder if the people that put it away like 30 years ago couldn't get it started, so they tried a new plug. And it didn't fire with the new plug in it. That's pretty cool. That is funny. Let's try to get some oil and lubrication down there. Little WD-40. Let's try to lube this up a little bit. A little oil. We can free up those rings. Doesn't feel like it has a whole lot of compression, but maybe it does. It's only 100 cc, so it's not going to feel like a whole lot. Get a bunch of oil in there. Let's see if she kicks over. A little bit more oil in there. Alright. Oh, so it looks like, oh no, this goes up. That's why. Okay. So this piece in the carb rotates up and then connects to this boot right here, going up to the air filter. Looks like it just connects to the tank, actually. There's just a tank in there. And this little box right there. Very interesting. So what we're gonna do next is try to find a wire that'll work for this thing. See if we can get any spark. The coil might be fine. The connections are there. Alright, so we found this coil wire in the parts bin. Just gonna trim a little bit of that back. Expose the wire there. Slide it over the boot here. Alright, let's see if we get anything here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Nothing yet. Not getting anything. So no spark. Let's see. Maybe there's a kill switch somewhere. Try to figure out where those go to. So this one actually goes to ground. Here's our tester. Going to go to the beeping continuity test. So we're going to go to here and then the frame. Let's see if we're getting good ground here. Alright, we're getting ground. You can hear it beep. So we have a good ground to the engine. I'm guessing this thing has to be in neutral. You can see 1, 0, 1, 2 right there. So I'm guessing this has to be up to there. I'm guessing that cable's locked up in there. That might be why we're not getting spark here. Just gonna kind of wiggle this clutch a little bit. I'm guessing the points cover is behind here. So the green wire is for power. If you follow that down, it leads down here. It goes down there into the engine. So that green wire is powering everything. Then you can see there's a red and black one. I think those are for the lights and everything else. So if we can get that green one to be active and have voltage, I think we can get spark on this thing. So I'm guessing this side cover, you can see there's different screws on it. I'm guessing that comes off. I don't think these are coming off though. That's the problem. Okay, that one came. That one cam. Oh yeah. I don't think I can get it off without removing this panel here. Come on. Is there no way to get this thing out? Alright, we got that cover to come off. Alright, cool. Now, how do we get the flywheel off? That is the question. Let's see. Is there any bolt in there? Huh. I don't see any spots for a puller. So how do you get that thing off? Alright, so there's like a little sleeve in here that I was able to hit loose with a hammer. Kind of a weird design. Let's get that out if I can here. Loose, hopefully it did. Maybe it didn't. No, it doesn't want to come. It's coming. There's like a zero information on these things too, so it's me guessing basically. Let's see if I can get it now. There we go. Oh, she's coming. There's the plate. There's that weird collar. So I just hit it with a hammer on the side and it budged loose, luckily. Now, there is a nut on the flywheel, but we're gonna try to... Oh, there's a bunch of rust in there too. There's a ton of rust in there. Hopefully something didn't break. Bunch of dirt. So that was reverse thread. Kind of had a feeling it was. See that? Nut came off. I have to get a puller in there. See if I have one. Alright, so I looked for a puller for it. Could not find one. So I found the points in here. They're right down here. You guys can see them or not. They're right there. Let's see if I can show you guys. And I quick cleaned them out. You can kind of see them in there. Right there, you can see them. Oh yeah, right there. All right, so I cleaned those out, and I still wasn't getting spark. So what I did next was I disconnected one of these green wires. So this green wire is going to the other harness. So I'm guessing that's like for the kill switch. So I disconnected that just in case a kill switch was connected. And then I just connected the one directly from the engine wiring harness right here. And we still had no spark. So I connected this line coming from that one. And when I kick it over, watch this. See the sparking? See that spark? So that's sparking. So the green wire is sparking, but as soon as it hits the coil, it does not spark. So either the coil wire is bad or the coil is bad. We are getting a good ground. I tested the ground multiple times, and they even did a temporary ground going to this one over here, and we still have no spark. So I'll show you guys. Hook up the ground wire there. Now we're getting a solid ground, and we're still gonna have no spark here. Just hoping for something. So we're gonna try a different coil wire. Hopefully that solves our issue. So we've got a different coil wire here. Cut some of this off. Twist that on there. I just kind of want to see if we're sparking at the wire here. See if we've got anything at the wire. Oh yeah, it's a little bit. Oh yeah, a little bit. Not a whole lot. Hook up a different boot to it. Got a new boot here. Twist this onto here. There we go. Brand new plug going in too. Come on, be there. Haven't seen anything yet. Huh, nothing. Alright, I took the boot off, wrapped the wire right around the spark plug. Now let's see if we get anything here. Oh yeah. There we go. There's some spark. Wow. That's looking pretty good. Can't believe we have spark. Wow. That's good spark too. Alright. Let's reconnect the boot and see if we have spark. Alright, we got the boot connected up now. Let's see if we get anything. Oh yeah. Great spark. That's cool. We're getting spark. Whew. That took a while, but we finally got her. Alright, let's put a compression tester in here and just see what we have for compression, see what we're working with. Alright, compression tester going in. I hope it has a little compression here. At least enough to start it. We can possibly free up that ring then. Alright. What do you guys think? We've only got 50 pounds of compression. That's not good. That was with throttle open. Let's see if it bounces up at all. See throttle open. Here we go. It's staying the same. So we have some. So it's not like a hole in the piston or anything. Let's pour oil down it and test it again. Trying to free up these rings is the goal. Cylinder, but I'm sure you can't find replacement gaskets for it. Try to do the throttle open. So rings are 100% stuck. You can see that shot up to 50, 60, 70, 80. We're right at 85. So if we can get those rings unstuck, I think we could start this thing up. Alright, a little premix going down. Spark plug hole here. Let's see if we can get her to pop over. We'll see if it backfires here. Alright, let's see what happens. Does not want to go. Looks like it's rock solid on there. Let's see if there's any gas. Petcock's working. Let's see if I put a little bit down here. Does not want to pop over. I think that compression is just too low. But what we're going to do is take off the carb, clean that out, and give it another shot. Maybe we can get this thing to pop over. Let's heat this up a little bit. Let's see if we can get her. Alright, there we go. Looks Looks like a choke is right there. Get that off. I think that's stuck in there. Oh crap. Alright. Choke cable broke. That was really stuck in there. Darn. At least it's stuck down, if anything. Ouch. Alright, carb is free. Let's dig into that. There we go. So it's a Dell'Orto carb. Made in Italy, you can see right there. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. Little cage in there. See what's inside here. Ooh, a little gunked up. A little bit gunked up there. Not horrible for sitting 30 years, but definitely gonna need a soak here. See if we can get this float out of here. Oh, luckily. Wow. I thought for sure that'd be stuck. Sorry for the noise, by the way. I'm getting my driveway redone here. There's the needle. There's the float. Still looks pretty decent. It's probably clogged. Let's see. Yup, that's clogged. Or the other way around. Ooh, put a bunch of gunk on there. Technically the air screw. So let's see how many turns out we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turns out. So we're gonna let this thing sit in the ultrasonic cleaner for a bit. Alright, that was cooking up in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's see how it did. Got pretty clean. Some of that dirt just needs to be wiped off. Looks pretty spotless in there. So. Our bowl. Alright, carb is all clean. I also got the choke mechanism to free up, so that was good. Let's reinstall this and see if she fires up here. Alright, when reinstalling this, I'm going to keep the cables off of it, just because they're locked up anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. Alright, let's check out underneath the seat. We'll check the tank here. Just push a little button right there. Seat opens up. You can see the cool springs in the seat. Here's the gas tank. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Look at that. You got the filter still in there. Wow. That looks pretty good. See if it leaks out right away. Right there. Turning the petcock on. Wow. It's working without leaking. That is amazing. You can see. Twist this. So that's reserve is up. Hopefully it doesn't leak. It's leaking a little bit right there. I'm sure that gasket's not the greatest. Just a tiny, tiny leak there. For the most part, I think we're gonna be good. All right, no substantial leaking. Let's get the plug back in. All right, here we go. Will it fire up? She fired there for a brief second. This might actually fire up. She wants to go. even less than 50 now. We're at like 40 PSI. So we went down in PSI. That's not good. I wonder if those rings are becoming even more stuck. Might have to tear apart the top end here. Alright, we're going to try spinning the engine over with a drill. Let's make sure our nuts on here are really tight. Here we go. Tear apart that top end. Alright, first thing we can do is get the head off. If we can fit a socket in there. There we go. Alright, the head looks good. Head looks really good. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty smooth in there. It looks like it might be glazed over. There's a little bit of rust over here. You can see. A little bit on this side too. So I bet you if we hone that out and free up those rings, this thing would start. Alright, we gotta get the pipe off of here. Oh yeah. Wasn't too bad. Thought that was gonna be a lot worse. Tabs. Piston looks pretty decent. Ring is free, but it's missing a ring. It's missing a ring on the bottom here. Jeez. No wonder it's low compression. See, the whole ring is missing there. So it's completely missing a ring. Alright, I was able to get the cylinder off. You can see it's pretty glazed over. But no scratches at all on there. There we go. checking out the rod here. Quite a bit of play side to side. No up and down. Zero up and down play, so we might get lucky here. Can't believe that rod bearing's fine. Let me look in there and see if we can find a ring. Take a magnet. Just kind of go in there and see. Nothing's coming out yet. Pieces of ring or anything. No gouges. Huh. I don't know where the other piece of ring is. Alright, let's inspect the piston here. You can see very clearly it's missing the bottom ring. Top ring's still there. I really just don't get how it could lose a whole ring. Piston looks really clean. Actually looks really nice. Let's take this ring off and measure it. Not much to these rings, they're really brittle. I wonder if I have a ring that might work, that we could throw in there. I'll have to check. Here's the cylinder. Let's put the ring in there. Let's see what the... No wonder. Look at the ring gap. That's the ring gap. No wonder we had zero compression. I mean, it just goes right through. So ring is completely either wrong or junk. Oh, you can see, look how worn that is. Look how thin it is right here compared to over here. Yeah, that ring is just really worn down. Look at that. That's crazy. Look how thin it is right here compared to over there. Huh. I think the rings just got worn down to nothing. Let's see what the piston looks like in there. Piston skirt looks good. It's the right size. So really we just need to find some rings. That's a perfect fit right there. Huh. So, that's going to be a challenge. Here's the head. And that looks perfect too. So it's just the rings that failed. And they failed with only 272 miles on it. So, I don't know if there was a problem with the rings that Ducati used on these pistons or what, because that seems like they failed pretty quick. Alright, let's see what the piston size is here. Looks like it's going to be 51.92, so 52. You can see it says it right there, 52. This is 52.65610. So I looked these up on eBay and I cannot find one. I cannot find any rings, cannot find any piston. So I'm wondering if you can use a different piston that's pretty similar in this thing. Because I looked on forums everywhere and they don't have one of these for sale. So we're gonna have to come up with something. So any suggestions on what I should do here would be very helpful. Because right now, if we can't buy a piston, that means this thing's never going to start. But the plan for this thing is going to be to partially restore it, paint it, get the engine looking nice, and all the cables replaced, and ride it around, because it does have a title. So if we can find the piston and rings for it, we're going to be in good shape. We already kind of heard it fire with low compression, so it'll definitely fire up with full compression. But yeah, that's kind of where we're stuck right now. So next video on this thing, hopefully we find a piston, find some new rings, and then I'll get a sandblaster and sandblast this thing down and paint it, get some new cables, and we should be able to take the first ride on it. I knew buying this thing was kind of a gamble because I had that lower compression, but I thought for sure a ring was just stuck from sitting, 30 years. But unfortunately, the ring was completely missing, and the other ring is just completely worn down. Look how thin that is. I've never seen that happen before. Look how thin. So we got lucky that the crank was good, and the rod was good, and the bearings are fine, and that we had spark. So we got lucky on a lot of it, but unfortunately, the piston ring we need, so kind of sucks. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video on this thing, and until next time, we are out.